Welcome all. Good morning, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, adab, salam to everyone. Hello, good morning, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, adab, salam to everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining
Namaskar.
me today once again for this Sargam Zoom meet. As you all know, we are conducting this show every Saturday, and I'm feeling honored to have you all here, all the global poets around the world and India. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome all. Firstly, today I'm so honored to see you here, David sir. Welcome. Namaskar. My pleasure, my honor to see you, Maria ma'am from Maria ma'am. How are you doing? Richard sir, thank you
Kindly
for
thank you.
joining.
Good morning.
Rupali, Dr. Rupali Sircar, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am, I could not join you day before yesterday. It was I was not feeling well. Otherwise, I would have surely have missed out. That's
Fine.
my
There's
bad luck.
always another time. There is always
That's
another
my bad
time.
luck. Thank you. Yeah, welcome, Maria, ma'am, Mausami Halder, and Rupali Pandey. How are you
Thank you,
doing? We had
Saraswati.
an
I'm fine.
we had an easy
Lovely.
night meeting today. Gangalaxmi ma'am, how are you? Shyamaprasad Patnaik sir, welcome. Now let's start the Zoom meet today with our honorable poet today. Guest is today's David sir. Welcome, David sir.
Thank you so much.
Unmute.
All right. If everyone else could mute, that'd be cool. All right. So I wanted to share screen. This is from the Bombay Review, and one moment, share entire screen. And the Bombay Review is out of. They're on kind of a hiatus right now, but this is from one of still a meditation on meditation. The dead can do it. From them I learn to be still and quiet. Still, my thoughts are loud. Still, I murmur in images. Still, there are minuscule movements I can't control when I sit still. Gentle tremble of hands, eyes, lips, and the mind's blizzard of pointed letters. In a not quite forgotten full lotus pose ritual, I begin to fill my body with an expanding soul, steeped in the spirit of the whole universe's blue lotus. One turning. Night unfolds the contours of her charcoal velvet blanket, and I sense my red magnetic spirit drawn toward you more than beforehand. Another movement I cannot control. My emptied hands reach for the circle of light you wear around your dancer's figure across the border river. Echoes of your evening teachings, lightning on my inner night's horizon. Electric charges surge through your form, flicker in your liberated laughter, and gentle maple sugar tones to flash truths before my heart's eye. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word is with you still. Thank you so much.
So wonderful, so lovely piece. Give him a unique, right? Brilliant, right? Give him a big hand of applause, friends. This
Thank
was
you.
David, sir. Welcome, and feeling honored to have you. And wonderful poem, such a spiritual and mind blowing. You touch the heart and soul of every poet present here. Give him
Thank
a big
you.
hand of applause, friends. Richard, sir, would you say something to him, please?
David has taken us on a voyage that is truly engaging and expresses the fine spirituality that we know is his. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
So heart touching, lovely. Now I like to call upon our next poet today. For today is yes, Carolina. Carolina, welcome. She's for the first time, I guess, joining us. Welcome.
Hello. Let's read this one. I am a walking tree. The waking dreams carry me away. I put my steps in mine, and I follow the shells on a night background. The very small one sublimates the landscape. Ants, which dig their mini canyons in the earth of the path. Tiny frogs which spread out in a leaping wave as the shoes pass. There, a bumblebee gathers clovers with its greedy trembling. The pebbles, big or small, awaken the good dance. I jump, swinging the weight of the bag from one foot to the other. The natives are still sleeping, while I walk up and down already, so early, so late. The sun is up and the night is still there. I walk away from the city, from life, in this in-between where dreams are born. The standing pebbles reconnect the vaults to the earth. I walk and sleep emerges. I collapse, emptied, or filled with sleep. The tree is sovereign. I am this ant which with my small legs digs my furrow. I mark my way with the grace of words, simple words that swan, simple, like this monk's herbs, simple, like smiles. The bottom of a packet of potato chips, simple, a pinch of salt. I embrace the tree and its shade, chapel of greenery, a heaven of freshness at the turn of the road. I lower my eyes to the sky. I am a tree that walks, my head toward the earth, my feet in the stars. I feel the two worlds that palpitate. It is not the sun that I have come to seek. Thank you for listening.
Beautiful poem. Thank you so much, Caroline. Thank you so much for coming.
So wonderful, so wonderful. I've listened this poem of yours before also. Yes, lovely poem, ma'am. So heart touching and very inspirational. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. This was Caroline, ma'am, and lovely piece. And now I like to call upon our next guest for today. I welcome Maria Elvira Fernandes. Maria, ma'am, how are you? Welcome, ma'am. Maria, ma'am, unmute yourself.
Hi, Saraswati, Poswal, Richard. I'm finding you. It's a beautiful day here in Brazil, and it's just a little cold. My poem for today is titled Let Me Be. It's about someone who is in love and wants to be close to his love. Let me be. Let me be a speckle on your heart. Simple dot like one on painting of art. There and flawless work from a designer, true gifted back. Tiny time, but meaningful to me, where I want to ever be. 'Cause love is made of that little things to inflate great on and on. If I stay there longer, both of us together, we much love day by day, tattoo incrusted on heart ever. Once and for all, dear dove, let me be always your love. Thank you so much. It was my poem. Hope you appreciate. Thank you.
So lovely, lovely. Give her a big round of applause, friends, for Maria Elvira, ma'am, from Brazil, with a lovely piece. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming. Best wishes to you. Keep writing and shining. Now I'll call upon our next guest
My
for today,
pleasure.
Dr. Rupali Sircar Gaur, ma'am, from Meerut, India. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Saraswati and Richard and all the other poets and friends who are here. Uh, I'm going to read two poems, one mine and one by Satvi Chadha, which I really want to read out to you. It's a short poem. But this one is called Philomela, Today, Yesterday, and Tomorrow. Now, what I've done in this poem is I've taken a mythological story um, and seen how it is still being enacted in various cultures and countries, and even today in our country. If you cut off a woman's tongue, can you hear me? Yeah, if you cut off a woman's tongue, like they did the other day, in the dusty, dirty town of Hathras in India, then at the dead of night you must incinerate whatever remains of her broken spine, her lacerated vagina, and her mutilated soul. In another age, Greek king Tereus of Thrace also could not contain his lust and ravished and violated Philomela. She won't be silent, she had said. So with pincers he held her tongue, and with a sharp sword he cut off her tongue. Philomela's anguish did not hold back her story. Her aching fingers wove an intricate tapestry, unfolding a tale with images telling, just like poets tell our stories. A stunned, avenging sister, Procne, cooked and served in an ornate dish, a depraved dinner fit for a king. Their only son ate his flesh, a father and a rapist husband, King Tereus of Thrace. The head paraded for proof, silenced forever the raging perpetrator. The voiceless nightingale granted a voice to lament Philomela's sorrow. Will the many gods of our people let us write our legends? Can we tell our tales? How else will the soulful chronicles be told of Antiope, Hera, Europa, and Leda, Medusa, Draupadi, and Sita, Hannah, Regina, Jyoti, and Shaina, all ravaged, mutilated, and morphed by Zeus, Poseidon, Duryodhan, and Ravana, gene-clad Sandeep, Herbert, Mike, and Mirza? Must we then live like Procne, avenge, feed the flesh of our sons to our fathers? So this is how I connected the mythologies together. And Saraswati, if you permit me, can I read another poem? Hello?
Why don't you go ahead, Rupali?
Yeah, okay. So this is by a very well-known poet called Satvi Chadha, and she has written this book called "I Want to Go to Haldwani." Haldwani is a little place in the mountains. I want to go to Haldwani. I want to go to Haldwani. I want to travel the broken road to explore the cracks and crevices, the patches swept away with the torrent, to bleed for the pellets loosened and swept away, thrown out of their homes and crushed, little ones crushed under huge rocks, to weep for them. They will never get back home. It's sad the hills weep every year, pools of tears and blood. These stalwarts of millennia have been pricked and axed, torn and bled, shorn and burnt, and now they can't hold up any more. Their skin peels and trickles, then falls off in a lash of a splash. Destruction follows. I weep for my dear hills. I want to go to Haldwani. So this is a poem that's become very well known, and this is a book that she has written. And she's a wonderful poet, and I think she's appeared on Fertile Brains a number of times. Thank you
Oh,
so
man.
much.
Congratulations to her as well as you. Yes, I've heard her so many times, but definitely please invite her to Sargam as well.
Yes.
She will come over and recite. Yeah, today you recited on behalf of her, but next time please do sure make she comes over here. Thank you so much. Give her a big hand of
Thank
applause.
you.
Friends, Rupali Sircar, ma'am, always brilliant poetry with her unique theme and wonderful, inspiring, poetry she shares with us as usual on the womanhood and every time its theme is very heart touching spirituality filled with so much divine thoughts and all. Thank you, ma'am, for
Thank you
sharing
so
lovely
much,
tips and comments.
Saraswati. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I'd like to call upon our next guest for today is Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik. Welcome, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, madam, for the opportunity. Good
Welcome, ma'am.
evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik from India. Like to put importance on a motivational poem, Silence, as it allows mind to settle, lowering cortisol levels, reducing blood pressure, and calming nervous system. The title of the poem is Ceremony of Silence. Ceremony of Silence. All these indolent years, I could only learn silence is golden. It's compared to gold, rare, harder to master, intrinsically much valuable. All these indolent years, I could only learn silence is golden. It's compared to gold, rare, harder to master, intrinsically much valuable. Staying silent prevents hasty, hurtful, unnecessary remarks, causes misinterpretation and false. Speech is silver, silence is gold. Speech is human, silence is divine. Staying silent prevents hasty, hurtful, unnecessary remarks, causes misinterpretation and false. Speech is silver, silence is gold. Speech is human, silence is divine. I wish I could order myself as light to the darkness. Nothing would I misuse, but cherish always silence, enhance inner peace. I wish I could order myself as light to the darkness. Nothing would misuse, but cherish always silence, enhance inner peace. In olden days of fatigued years, neither songs nor memories lighten burdens, but sacred practice, woe of silence, erring within green chamber of hopes. In olden days of fatigued years, neither songs nor memories lighten burdens, but sacred practice, woe of silence, erring within green chamber of hopes. It is true, I am in love with silence. Most of my waking hours, it sits with me, conveys feelings, calm emotions, reduces stress. It's true, I am in love with silence. Most of my waking hours, it sits with me, conveys feelings, calm emotions, reduces stress. Sometimes the moment tilts my heart with uneasy aches, fears, tears. Silence quickens blood in me with songs. I see sunrise, sky turning red with smiles. Sometimes the moment tilts my heart with uneasy aches, fears, tears. Silence quickens blood in me with songs. I see sunrise, sky turning red with smiles. This is the end of my rendition. Thanks, dear poets. Thank you.
So wonderful, so wonderful. Silence, silence is real essence. Silence is silver and gold. We should say silence is diamond and we should spread silence for we need silence for peace everywhere and we get knowledge, we get interacted, and we get so much, stability. Meditation with silence itself, it's essential for life. Without that, we cannot achieve, one peaceful mind. The silence can do many things. About Give her a big hand of applause, friends, for her lovely piece, as brilliant as poem. I'd like to call upon our next guest for today. Is yes, it's Ma'am Molly Joseph from Dr. Molly Joseph, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. How are you? Okay, yeah, one more guest I could see. Okay, I'll call upon them later. Yeah, Dr. Molly Joseph, welcome. Stage is yours. Last time we met you a lot.
Hi, dears. Hi, dears. Happy to be with you again. I hope, yeah. Here I read to you in line with Rupali ji, who spoke about the predicament of a woman. Here is a down-to-earth predicament that I witnessed in front of my eyes. I called the poem Lines. Saturday morning, I toss myself in bed to wake up or to roll off into sleep, undecided. The one morning of sweet slumber after a 5-day week of a working woman. Household chores weigh down semi-wakeful self. Breakfast for a family demanding timely platefuls laid upon the table. The sullen laundry bag, greasy floors, dusty furniture, piled up newspapers turn nightmarish. The maid arrives. Another woman frittering away health, hard-earned money for a family fast devouring her body, mind, and money. Her drunken husband, idle, boastful, drowning her daily wages, beating up, abusing her helpless self. Her children, birdlings with open mouths. Her children, birdlings with open mouths. For her, no Saturday, a day off means a day of loss. Understanding dawns. The line you draw grows small, juxtaposed against the long one in close proximity. Understanding dawns. The line you draw grows small, juxtaposed against the long one in close proximity. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Such a sublime poem. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. This was Dr. Molly Joseph with her lovely piece, a unique one, and such a lovely description of one line drawn, the small one. Yes, wonderful, ma'am. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. To Molly Joseph, ma'am. Now I'd like to call upon our next guest for today. Yes, Meher Pestonji. Welcome, Meher Pestonji, ma'am. Welcome. Stage is yours, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. Nice to see you.
Saraswati, thank you, Kumar. Thank you, Rick, for sort of inviting me here.
Welcome.
I'm a rather a 2-year-old poem. It's called Earthquake. I haven't been writing much recently, so this is an old poem. It's called Earthquake. Earthquake creeps stealthy while the world sleeps. Crust overloaded, with brick, cement, glass, steel, tanks, bombs, missiles, drones, mountains gouged by quarries, oceans drowned in plastic, construction blistering Earth's skin. How much weight can be thrust on a thin crust? Earth is not an insentient rotating ball. It breathes through trees. It roars in angry storms. It mocks absurd lines dividing to your and my nation as winds blow, currents flow, unifying all. By quaking, Earth rebels against being tamed into human slavery. Thank you.
So nice to see you here, Meher. And look what I've got. This is your book. It's lying right in front of me.
Okay, hi.
So lovely, lovely. Lovely piece, ma'am. Congratulations for your book as well. Congratulations, Mayor Pestonji, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming. Feeling honored to have you. Please keep
It's
writing
a
and
beautiful
shining and
poem,
coming
yes.
to Sargam. Lovely poem. Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I'd like to call upon our next guest for today's. Yeah, Rupali, ma'am, would you like to say something? You were saying?
I actually loved the poem that Meher recited because it
Yeah.
was, it was so powerful. The earth is a very active,
Yeah.
entity, not a passive entity, but a very, very active entity. And it's very different. Normally we look at nature and we look at things as another. Here it is,
Yeah.
palpable,
Yes, ma'am.
palpitating. I really
Yeah.
liked it.
Lovely.
Thanks.
Big hand of
Thanks.
applause, friends. Mayor Pestonji, ma'am, thank you so much for coming. And now I'd like to call upon our next guest for today's, yes, Mausami Halder from Haridwar. Mausami Halder.
Good evening to everyone. My special thanks to
Good
Saraswati
evening, Mausami.
Poswal ma'am. Saraswati Poswal ma'am, my special thanks to her. And Gangalaxmi Patnaik ma'am, Shyamaprasad Patnaik sir, Richard sir, and to the entire team of Sargam for Literary Interactions Poetry Platform for giving me this opportunity here for recitation. Today I'm going to recite one poem. My poem is about Brahma, the Hindu god of creation. He is the first member of the Trinity or Trimurti, which includes the Vishnu, the preserver, Shiva, the destroyer, and Brahma, the creator. Glorifying him, I have written a piece because human nature is also synchronizes with the creator because his inherent nature is embedded in peace and love, and ultimately he works to gain love and peace finally. So the title of my poem is A Little Bit of Brahma in All of Us. By God's grace we are human beings. By God's grace we are human beings. We are likely to be most evolved. We are embodiment of precious emotions and feelings. We are the most blessed and loved. But during the course of lifetime, we take ourselves for granted and we start neglecting the important things prime and least bothered about life which is gifted. But if we consider and work towards our improvement and betterment, then the little Brahma in all of us awakens. Our lives are magically saved forever with the gains and achievements, and our path of life enlightens, illuminates, and brightens. If we acknowledge this fact that one day everything and everyone will diminish, if we acknowledge this fact that one day everything and everyone will diminish and converted and convert into a speck of dust in fact, we will suffer less, and the zeal for jubilant life will never extinguish. I want to read once again this last stanza. If we acknowledge this fact that one day everything and everyone will diminish and convert into a speck of dust in fact, we will suffer less, and the zeal for a jubilant life will never extinguish. Thanks to everyone for listening to my poem. Thank you. Immensely grateful.
Wonderful. Give her a big hand of applause, friend. It's about Brahma, and yes, we all are born divine, but we do not follow the path. Sometimes we, get diverted from our ethics, life, humanity, and love. Yes, but we have to be spiritual all the time with that touch, that feel we can, will one day definitely we are going to be in the ashes, and nothing will be blow away till we have the breath, and everyone can use their life for uplifting others, their life, their art, culture, literature, whatever. Anyhow, it was a wonderful piece, lovely poem, Mausami,
Thank you,
always
ma'am.
spiritually touching. Give her a big hand of applause, this one. Now I'd like to call upon our next guest for today is, yes, Shyamaprasad Patnaik, sir, from Orissa. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, dear poets, and thank you, Saraswati ma'am, and Richard Spisak sir also for giving me this opportunity. The poem which I am going to recite is a love poem, and here it goes. The title of my poem is Love Sways Like Ocean Waves. Love sways like ocean waves. I have compared love with ocean waves. And here it goes. Our love is an ocean. Emotions surge like tidal waves. A ruthless world compelling us to remain separate, prevent our unison. Like tide and ebb, never allowed to settle on shore, but your arrival in lakeside floral garden emanated indelible fragrance. As some respite from scorching, sweltering summer, who said windy rain, our fondness transformed into eternal bond, transcending beyond limitless horizon. In spring, we waltzed to mellifluous and sonorous nightingale's tune. We became my enduring partner, rejoicing eternal bliss of rain. Romantic pollens of blossoms cascade incessantly through our passionate veins. Symphony of our love serenades, love fountain eternally flows. Goddess of love helped us enrich and weave our emotion. Oh, my Valentine, you always adorn my soul's empty throne. Our sublime loves shall be remembered forever as timeless beacon, our invisible footsteps on time's sands as lovers' pathfinder. And that is the end of my recitation. Thanks for watching, listening. Thank you.
So wonderful, so wonderful. I give him a big hand of applause, his friends, always brilliant and with the informative poetry. Thank you so much, Shyama Prasad Patnaik, sir, for coming and sharing. Lovely piece. Give him a big hand of applause, his friends. Now I'd like to call upon our next guest for today is, yes, Mildred Par from Philippines. Welcome, Mildred J. Par. Hi, Mildred. Welcome. Unmute yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you again for the opportunity to be here again. I'm so blessed to be with all of you. Now, my poem is one of those that I collaborate with Dr. Maheswar Das. And the title, we have a common title, but we have different point of view. Yearning for the Unknown Master. Let me read to you. Deep hunger exists in my soul and lean, and I can never deny. My pen is moved not by my own thoughts alone. As a poet, my words are limited, if not restricted, by my humanity and biases, discrimination and hatred. In my own reality, I'm at my knees. Had I the necessity, create my verse. I have the responsibility to move hearts passionately. Thus, with a stroke of rhythm, I feel a bit of duty. My mind flows unhindered thoughts, but I should invoke my muse, lest whimsical gibberish doggerel flows in my cadences. We not only we not only write for the limited concerns of our soul and overwhelming subliminal matter, if not for the movement, the flux of his divine wisdom. Therefore, it's our higher level of consciousness that discerns within this vessel aromatic feeling of surrender and let him take over. Because the unknown divine master possesses this great power to reveal his decree. Through my lowly humanity, his magnanimous aura envelops me. I'm just a medium, a moving pen, this great power that seizes me. Until it was done, I'm nobody to be proud. It was written by me. Poetry is a powerful, almost fantastic reverie, where I can truly be one with my master when it divinely wills to bless me. Not of the matter of the worldly intellectual creativity, but with my yearnings to be with my unknown master in confidentiality. So there you have Yearning for the Unknown Master. I have co-written this with Dr. Maheswar Das. So thank you very much for the opportunity to share my poetry. Thank you very much.
So lovely, wonderful. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. She was Mildred Parr with her lovely piece, and there shouldn't be any discrimination socially. And yes, she has put on the very nice thoughts of her. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your piece, ma'am. Give her a big hand of applause. Now I'd like to call upon our next guest for today, Rupali Pandey for Gurugram. Rupali Pandey, welcome.
Thank you, Saras ma'am.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome.
Hello?
Yeah. Please carry on.
Okay. The dreamy heart of a woman with a boundless, magnanimous heart, harbors tempest where tender mercies start. Her soul, an ocean of fervent devotion, sways with the tides of profound emotion. In her gaze resides a luminous grace, a sanctuary no sorrow can efface. She gathers fragments of fractured despair and weaves them with love exquisitely rare. Her promises echo with resolute might, unyielding beacons in darkest night. For she would relinquish her own reprieve to cradle the hopes others still believe, a paragon sculpted of sacrifice deep, whose silent vigils the weary keep. For in giving all, becomes the art. For in giving all, she becomes the art. A woman defined, a woman defined by her infinite heart. So that was Dreamy Heart of a Woman. Thank you so much. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, esteemed poet and poetess. Thank you so much. Dr. Rupali Sircar, thank you.
Give her a big hand of applause, friends. This was Rupali Pandey from Gurugram with a lovely piece on poem and yes, so well described about the woman heart. Thank you so much for coming. Keep writing and shining. Now I'd like to call upon, yes, Isaac Cohen. He's joined us before his network issues comes over. Isaac Cohen. Yes, sir. Welcome, sir.
Dear Saraswati, dear Richard, dear Dr. Rupali, Cohen, love. I looked at you in the desert. I took you to the gate of Eden. How blessed was the journey of love. Thank you, Cohen, Israel.
Such a lovely short and whisky poem. Give him a big hand of applause, his friends, as usual. He's always
Thank
smiling.
you.
Keep writing and shining, Isaac, sir. Thank you so much for coming. Now, I'd like to call upon our next guest for today is, yes, Jayanti Behera from Orissa. Jayanti Behera.
Jai Jagannath. Good evening to all members of Sargam for literary interaction, especially the respected Dr. Saraswati Poswal ma'am, Dr. Gangalaxmi ma'am, Shyamaprasad sir, or Richard sir, Mausami ma'am. Greetings and good luck to the Nobel poets. My poem, title name Savitri Vrat. On the new moon day of the first month of the Krishna month, women observe the Savitri Vrat. She brought back Satyavan from King Yama. She brought back her eyes to her blind mother-in-law, which is called books. Savitri's father became a sonless woman. She fulfilled her father's wish. She brought back her husband from the face of death. The chaste woman Savitri made it possible. Savitri worshipped Lakshminarayan in the forest. Her only goal was to wish her husband well. Today is that auspicious day for all women. She observes the Savitri Vrat, worship Lakshminarayan. She wear a new sari, conch shell anklets, alata and vermilion. She offers fruit and nuts. Husband is the Lord God. A woman worships her husband with devotion. The wife is always with the husband in sorrow and happiness. When danger strikes, the husband is always with her. The story of Savitri Vrat is very interesting. The relationship between husband and wife is like that of Radha Krishna. Jai Radha Krishna. Jai Jagannath. Thank you, ma'am.
So lovely. Your thought-provoking poem, yes, about the Vat Savitri. Everyone must have got this information, and thank you so much, Jayanti, for giving such a lovely poem. Give her a big hand of applause, friends, for a lovely piece. Now, I'd like to call upon our next guest and
Thank you,
letting
ma'am.
know us about the
Thank
culture. And India is a very diverse country with a unique culture. And every day here are in all over the world there are 365 days in a year, but in India we have 365, 66 festival in India. So days are less, festivals are more in India. So we say keep celebrating. Every day is a festival in India. So we keep enjoying that. Thank you so much for your lovely piece. Now I'd
thank
like
you.
to call upon our next guest for today's Lantern Carrier, sir. Welcome, sir.
Sculpted silence, shaping the quiet. I am a melody of sound and silence, molded on the anvil of the alchemist supreme. I was lost in the transitory worldliness of illusions, Maya, until you came, freeing me from my ignorance. Now the mind is still, calm, serene, and vacant. I'm transported by the soul's beauty into the inner realm of deep tranquility and vastness. It is like being entranced on the bed of the ocean where everything is hushed, silent, peaceful. On the surface, there's a multitude of waves, but I'm in an aquamarine realm of sweet solitude. I reach out to my lover, my essence filled with the breath of an ambrosial wine. Tears flow from my inner sanctum, orchestrated by a bliss celestial, merging into the pangs of humanity's deepest sorrows. From the depth of a nameless void, I speak to my beloved in silence. Full prostration, palms outstretched in reverence, I entreat, O love, please accept my prayerful tears as a token offering on behalf of your creation. I feel a flowering of my being merging into the singer of my songs. We become one, beating the cadences of love's victory with heaven's supernal gong. I gaze at the master, eyes fixed on the transcendental self. Slowly our stream of consciousness merge as my physical cage becomes quiet, peaceful, and serene like the ocean's bed. The mind is calm, vacant, tranquil. My breath quickens as I drift into another realm, the force of grace taking control as I, a soul immortal, soars like a dauntless falcon, a dauntless phoenix upon an expanse of magnificent vastness. I'm in a temple courtyard, the mortal coil still sitting in the lotus asana, amid slabs of holy relics, as the wine of rhapsody takes hold, and I, a mariner, for once does not steer, as grace navigates my sweet surrender. The blue moon caresses me with its luster, my heart unfurls its sails as the light enters, me blending with the universal beauty that never perishes. O grace, my grace, sweet creeper, I say in silence, my vocals have gone still, my stillness vocal. Everywhere is intoxicating beauty. My eyes shed copious tears, the joy of the soul, a stream of energy almost too powerful to control. It runs through the frame, and I sense a shifting of the breath, enabling it to bear this harmonious peace. Receptive to the wings of love, I pay homage to the one in the deep stillness of the heart's peace, the unspoken sweetness in the profundity of my soul. Slowly, the body returns to conscious awareness. Too soon for me, but grace knows I'm not yet malleable enough in the hands of the master potter, and so I wait to be further alchemized at another moment. O grace, my illumining grace, you who dance in my soul, bathe me in trance and inebriates my core with symphonies. Come, the lantern carried. Thank you.
Such a brilliant. Give him a big hand of applause, friends. Lantern carrier, always, with his ultimate poetry. No one can, no one can beat him with his divine, so magnificent piece, and he pours the whole divinely and spiritual touching poem with his verses and everything he poured out with silence and uniquely. Thank you so much, sir, for giving. I can't describe about it so well, and I would love to Richard sir to come over
I'd
and
like
say
to
something.
I'd
Yeah,
like to
ma'am.
say
Yeah, ma'am.
just a few words. Firstly,
Yeah,
I'll
sure,
not
ma'am.
applaud because applauding would disturb Lantern Carrier. But the very interesting thing that I noticed, about the poem. I mean, if it is a poem, it's a poem in a very different kind of word, is that so graphically you've been able to translate a very abstract spiritual journey, which probably you undergo every day when you meditate or when you are in that process of meditation. But I could travel with you, and
Yes,
that's the power of your words. The power
the
of your
journey
words
of
is
inner
that you
experience.
you
Yes.
took me along. You took me along to where you went. Where the Atman meets the
Yeah.
Paramatma. I'm over that. Thank you so much.
आत्मा goes to Paramatma. Definitely, Atma जो है, Atma Ram मिलता ही परमात्मा से है. He's a wonderful,
Very, very good.
soulful person. Very soulful poem. Thank you so much, sir, for coming and sharing lovely piece. And now I would like to say Richard sir to come over and say something. And
yeah, I'll have a word. Lantern.
Yeah, sure.
How you
Yes, sir.
are correlating being and becoming. The way you go inside yourself and you seek the different layers of the silence that is embedded in you. Within it lies the divine. And then you do the transcendental part. You lift our soul together along with the fine poetic lilt,
Yeah.
I have such a feeling like when I was undergoing a kind of a major operation and having anesthesia. Doctors found it difficult for me to come back to my consciousness. But within that split second, I was exercising enormous bliss. My soul was like floating up, being with something divine above. It was a blissful feel, no? And I felt so irritated when they were shaking and beating my chest and bringing me back to reality. So the same feeling I could get through your poems, as Rupali
But I
said.
used to pray for you, Dr. Molly G, and I used to pray for your young one as well, too.
Yeah, definitely your prayers made a lot of difference. He's now better. You
so
are
lovely.
our spiritual person.
Such a
The only-
divine soul person. Yes.
The only thing I want to add is when we get a chance to visit with our brother Lantern, he takes us to the highest temple, the temples that he inhabits every day, and shares his joy, his divine blessing with us. It is a sacred moment to hear you, brother, always. Thank you.
Thank you so
We
much, my
always
brother.
feel like, we always feel like we are with him in the temple, standing with him, and he describes so well about Krishna, and I don't know what spirit he has got, such a divinely more than that, you feel. So he's so well knowledgeable and describes so well about, and spiritually he make us touch with the meditation. Like we are in the meditation mode when we listen to him, we can't move ourselves at all. I get freeze. Thank you so much, sir, and your this power is making us, that power is making us divine as well and spiritually touching. Hopefully, we'll also get some healing from you. And thank you so much for being there, always giving us such a wonderful poem. Shower on blessing. Sir Richard, sir, please come over.
I have a little poem for you that I think some of you can relate to. Our brother Prasanna Kumar, a delightful, generous soul, a fine poet, and a wonderful host for his show. I happened to come across a posting online that was someone had evidently taken him to task. Many of us poets have had someone say, "Oh, you should have said it this way," or "Oh, no, you said it wrong." Evidently, someone had chastised our brother Prasanna. And I thought, he's such a grand spirit. How could anyone complain about his work? But instead of saying that, I thought I would share this little poem that I wrote for him in the case of this this thoughtless attack on a fellow poet. Maybe some of you can relate to this. I call it a poet's obscure atomic tumbling. When midst the spillage of another day's inky tillage, the meaning remains obscure to some. Heaven's mercy pleads some small sum. Yet I will invoke the voyage of discovery. With these humble pleadings, I urge recovery. When the poet sets out to illume or display some charming factoid or the dance of emotion, or seemingly charmingly or oh so gently to play, then join the poet for their ride. Rarely wilt thou with some dang blang garrulous perilous onerous sharp objects collide. Rather take it as a glorious thrill-seeking foray and mark it off as another poet at play, who invites you along, whether joyous or pleading, you may otherwise not know now, was just exactly the excursion you were needing. This wee, small, albeit unnecessary defense of a poet's barrage, you got it, Sarge? Well, then just hop over defense. Thank you all so very much.
So aptly put, Rick. So aptly put. A right kind of evaluative stance on people like Prasanna, who should be taken with all their simplicity and honesty and the dedication to the task they are in.
Yeah,
Right. You
he
spot
appreciates.
on it, spot on.
Yeah, he appreciates everyone. He gave an opportunity to all and everyone, and he's such an inspiring person and so kind, loving. Our blessings are with him always. He'll keep doing the work like that. And thank you so much, Richard sir, for giving lovely tribute to him. And definitely, he will be happy to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing such a lovely piece.
Can
Now,
we
anybody?
hear the lovely poet, the dear Saraswati? Please come forward, my dear, and sing your song, recite your verses, share that beautiful heart with us.
Is it necessary for me to, ma'am? Because my throat is by this time my throat goes off. I came from temple. I sung the song over there. Chalo, I'll go with that song only. Otherwise, I had two pieces for you, wonderful. But yes, sir, on Richard sir demand, I'll go for the song. That's a wonderful song. Hope you like it, enjoy it. Thank you, Richard sir. So it's for you all like this. हिंदी का भजन है ये जो मैं आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत करने जा रही हूँ. जिंदगी की ना टूटे लड़ी, कीर्तन कर ले घड़ी दो घड़ी ओ. जिंदगी की ना टूटे लड़ी, कीर्तन कर ले घड़ी दो घड़ी. उनकी आंखों का होना भी क्या, उनकी आंखों का होना भी क्या, उनकी आंखों का होना भी क्या, जिसमें दर्शन किए ना कभी, उनकी आंखों का होना भी क्या, जिसने दर्शन किए ना कभी. जो दर्शन कर ले घड़ी दो घड़ी, कीर्तन कर ले घड़ी दो घड़ी ओ. जिंदगी की ना टूटे लड़ी, कीर्तन कर ले घड़ी दो घड़ी, कीर्तन कर ले घड़ी दो घड़ी. उसके कानों का होना भी क्या, उसके कानों का होना भी क्या, जिसने ज्ञान सुना ना कभी, उसके कानों का होना भी क्या, जिसने ज्ञान सुना ना कभी. ज्ञान सुन लो घड़ी दो घड़ी, कीर्तन कर लो घड़ी दो घड़ी ओ. ज्ञान सुन लो घड़ी दो घड़ी, कीर्तन कर लो घड़ी दो घड़ी. जिंदगी की ना टूटे लड़ी, कीर्तन कर लो घड़ी दो घड़ी. उसकी जीवा का होना भी क्या, उसकी जीवा का होना भी क्या, जिसने भजन किया ना कभी, उसकी जीवा का होना भी क्या, जिसने भजन किया ना कभी. भजन गा ले घड़ी दो घड़ी, कीर्तन कर ले घड़ी दो घड़ी ओ. भजन गा ले घड़ी दो घड़ी, कीर्तन कर ले घड़ी दो घड़ी. जिंदगी की ना टूटे लड़ी, कीर्तन कर ले घड़ी दो घड़ी. उसके हाथों का होना भी क्या, उसके हाथों का होना भी क्या, जिसने दान दिया ना कभी, उसके हाथों का होना भी क्या, जिसने दान दिया ना कभी। दान कर लो घड़ी दो घड़ी, कीर्तन कर लो घड़ी दो घड़ी, जिंदगी की ना टूटे लड़ी, कीर्तन कर लो घड़ी दो घड़ी। उनके पैरों का होना भी क्या, उनके पैरों का होना भी क्या, जिसने तीर्थ किया ना कभी, उसके पैरों का होना भी क्या, जिसने तीर्थ किया ना कभी, तीर्थ कर ले घड़ी दो घड़ी, कीर्तन कर ले घड़ी दो घड़ी। ओ जिंदगी की न टूटे लड़ी, कीर्तन कर ले घड़ी दो घड़ी। धन्यवाद, शुक्रिया। This is about praying God, singing hymns in front of God. About it's about bhajan. We sing for God. If that person, that person is useless, who has never sung songs for God, who has never prayed to God, who has never been divine, who has never walked to any pilgrim, who has never given any charity with his hands, or that. This is all about that. Hope you like my bhajan.
Thank you so much. Let's have a big round of applause for Saraswati.
That's beautiful, beautiful, Saraswati.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. Hope you all like it.
Leonard, would you make a comment on that, sir?
Well, it's devotional. I picked up some words.
Yes, but you brought you brought the stray sheep back into the fold. People who've forgotten to sing for God. There's a beautiful line from Rabindranath Tagore. He says that my song touches God the way the distant hill touches the sea with its waterfall. So your song has touched the Lord wherever He is.
Thank you so much. Okay, hopefully you listen us and to everybody's prayers, and we get
What
touched with
matters,
God.
that you give it a kind of inner joy and cheerfulness,
Yeah.
My teacher used to say soulful, soulful all the time, and sometimes the girls will get very, very slow. He says, I don't mean slow. And he goes to detail explaining it, So you have that sweetness and that simplicity. It's very important, that longing.
Thank you so
A
Thank you so much.
lovely song. Thank you so very much, Saraswati.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Molly ma'am. Thank you, Rupali ma'am. Thank you so much. Now, okay, I'll not go with the poem. Okay, song was wonderful. You liked it. It's okay. I was prepared with 2 poems. Now I'll go with tomorrow or next time better.
Well, you
Hope
should
you all
at
enjoy.
least read one. My goodness, please read one.
Okay, I'll go with one poem it's on fragrance. Fragrance. Fragrance is the sprinkling all through the shining rays, the breeze and zephyrs in the vast sky, and the whole garden mesmerizing with the essence of gleaming with the tender light. Tangible flowers with alluring smile, petals falling from branches, hues and blades are covered, like the purple carpet spread in the garden, soothing fragrance, essence, attracting to adore the nature and entire world, creating the ventures of longing, arms of love, nurturing and rapturing each and every one, small creatures like you and me, served with peace and fragrance. None other than nature serve this fragrance. Thank you so much, and this was wonderful evening with a wonderful poetic event, and everyone was so fantastic and lovable poem, soulful, divine, lovely, spiritual, touching. Thank you so much, Richard sir. Thank you so much, Maria ma'am, Carolina, Mausami Halder, Rupali Sircar ma'am, Lantern Carrier sir, Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik, Shyamaprasad Patnaik sir, Molly Joseph ma'am, Jayanti Behera, Cohen, Mildred, Rupali Pandey, and so on. Thank you everyone. Love you all. Take care.
Thank you, Saraswati.
Keep right on
Thank you.
time.
Thank you.
See you next
Bye-bye.
week.
Bye-bye.
Wonderful.